Good evening. Welcome to Soundtracks with Birdman. Tonight, the second Dirty Harry movie, Magnum Force, one of Age Boomer's favorite movies ever, with his favorite actor ever, Clint Eastwood. And joining us for this fantastic journey is Big Al from Big Al Presents. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you always for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, you are more than welcome.
And how are you, Boomer?
I'm doing good. As you say, this is one of my favorites, and I see that you are. I just used the same Dirty Harry avatar I had last time. So, but you got your Hal Holbrook, Big Al. Cool. He's a good actor.
Yeah, I figured you were going to be Clint, and Birdman always goes with his own face. So I thought, heck, do Hal Holbrook. I know who we play. I did kind of read the synopsis, and I've never seen the film. Looking forward to it, but I kind of know what he plays.
I had
spoilers.
I had the privilege of seeing Hal Holbrook do a one-man stage show of like Mark Twain Live, where he was Mark Twain on the stage. He was brilliant.
I've seen him as Mark Twain do stuff.
Yeah, I was in the audience, and I'm like, I just didn't see Hal Holbrook. I saw Mark Twain from the past talking to us in the present. That's what that was. Magical experience. Great, one of our great actors, and it's cool that he's in this movie too. He pops up in movies every so often. Like I think he maybe was more of a stage actor, but we do see him in he comes in movies every so often. He was in Creep Show. Remember Creep Show? It's good in that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've always liked him, but yeah, I've seen highlights of him as Mark Twain, and he does just disappear.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But yeah,
let me welcome chat real fast.
Sure.
Ghost Team, Ghost Planet Forevermore. Certain Edgar Allan Poe flair there at the end. That's cute. And Zootopia, how are you? I haven't seen you around in a while. Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Y'all just want to dive into this film right away?
We can. If you're game, I am. It is 2 hours. So yeah, why don't we dive in?
Al?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Got it up.
Okay. Y'all got it.
We're starting at the very beginning with whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the Red Warner Brothers logo pops on. Yeah.
I got zeros across the board.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so
y'all ready?
I'm ready when you are.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Play. I kind of dig these old Warner Brothers logos.
Oh, the big Warner red. Boom, and now it's white. And
I remember growing up thinking, loving the old school Warner Brothers logo, but I'm loving that logo on this movie because that's a very 70s era logo, and this is a very 70s era movie. And
Magnum Force. Big
I love the fact that it goes to what is it? The Warner Brothers logo is on the red, and then it fades to black. But then we get another screen with the same red color, and I'm fascinated. And what do we think of the music here, huh? Is this not the greatest main title theme ever? Don't answer all at once. You're just.
It's got a very. I'm trying to place like the inspiration for it.
This is my impression. It's like America's tearing itself apart. Law and order. It's all chaos now, and it's the 70s, and everything's falling apart. And what are we going to do? And it
makes me wonder: is that Clint's hand?
That's a very good question. I should listen to the commentary on this to find out. I want to say it is, because why not?
Yeah.
It should be Clint's hand.
I just like you can tell it's live because there's a slight wiggle, it seems. Yeah, that or I'm just imagining it.
No, it's a live hand. That's a real hand. Yeah, that's a.
No, I know it's a live hand. I'm just trying to figure if it's a. Oh yeah, because the thumb's moving. Yep.
It has to be Clint's, I think. Yeah, and it's just you have this.
Lalo Schifrin.
Big old, Lalo Schifrin. I do own the score.
Returning from the first one.
Yes, I do own.
Boomer, you like action, adventure, spy kind of stuff, that kind of thing.
Sure.
Have you seen The Gray Man?
I haven't, though. I finally have access to Netflix this month, so I might check it out. Did you see
Yeah,
it? Did you like it?
I watched it. I liked it. It's a little derivative, but it's kind of a fun derivative.
All right, I'll probably check it out. I do like I like Ryan Gosling, so here we get the famous Dirty Harry quote, right?
Mhm.
Do you feel lucky? It's like
Boom!
all chaos, but then we get the kind of the triumph at the end, and it's like Dirty Harry's here to fix things, right? Maybe, or just kill a bunch of people. Have you seen anyway, Birdman? What? I don't know. You like the '70s era movies? I know you don't like the fact the soundtracks are so sparse, but
Um,
I love the hair.
I think this one. I think I like this one more than the first one. Maybe.
a lot of people do, and that's fair. I'm not going to argue. I go back and forth. I think my heart still lies with the first one, but this is an excellent sequel. I'm not going to take that away from it. I like the fact that we're just not retreading the same water. We have a different adversary this time around.
Mhm.
So here we have all the reporters. We have another dirtbag criminal getting off scot-free because the system just don't work, does it?
I love.
Did you
the
hear what happened in New
ties.
York? I think over the weekend,
No.
a guy beat the crap out of a cop on the subway, and that's all on body cam footage. And he was released within 12 hours with no bail.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me, but I'm digging the ties. Those 70s ties, man.
Oh, yeah.
Are fabulous.
Checkerboard jackets. See the prosecutor.
You gotta love it, man. Gotta love the 70s fashion.
Now, unfortunately, they have removed this from HBO Max, so I'm watching my DVD, so I'm not actually hearing the sound.
Why
of
is
this
it not on HBO Max?
What?
Why is it not on HBO Max?
I don't know, because Warner Brothers giveth and they take it away. Okay, that's why. Because it was on there a little while ago. Now it's not there. No.
Isn't HBO Warner Brothers though, or are they not?
They rotate the catalog. I think it's so
I don't
stupid
understand
they
that.
do this.
Yeah, that's just.
It's stupid, is what it is. But whatever.
I'm telling you,
this is-
if Disney
Why
Plus
rotate?
wants my
Put it
$12
all
a
on
month,
there.
they need to put everything on
And leave
there.
it on
If I,
there. Leave
if
it
I
on
can
there.
watch The Shield, an American Horror Story, I would have Disney Plus.
That would be on Hulu, though.
Wow. I want it in one spot. I just want to go. I want to push one
Okay,
thing
well,
and just boom, there it is.
I know American Horror Story is on Hulu. Anyway, look at this. I have to admit, even though sound is, of course, very important in a movie, I'm not saying it isn't. That's like half the movie. But actually, just watching the visuals, look at everybody chasing after that weirdo guy with the shorts running all over the place. So it looks like the crowd is angry. I don't know what this guy did. I'm assuming maybe worked for a certain organization, perhaps. Which you couldn't actually name back in the 70s. So he works for a crime syndicate. There you go. That's what I'm assuming. But here we go. So someone's watching the TV. You like those little TVs? That was
I
considered
used to have one.
I keep thinking that was probably considered a big screen back then. I'm kidding. Go ahead, Al. Sorry.
I totally miss my little 13-inch color television.
Really? Okay.
God, I love that thing.
It's all right. It's funny. People don't realize now that TVs just used to be small. That was just a thing. Like, I think I was impressed when I got like a 20-inch just for my bedroom, and that's like nothing compared to what you have now. It's like, I don't think it was 20. I think it was like 19 or 18, but I was good enough for me at the time, you know.
Okay, that was not Dirty Harry, was it? Because that was a
No.
police guy. Yeah, I gotta say that's a chip.
So
chipper.
these
Yeah.
these bad guys were David Soul, Tim Matheson, and Robert Urich.
Tim Matheson. Let me take a look, because is this the Tim Matheson? Because I saw
Yeah.
his credits and I'm like, wait a minute, Tim Matheson
Animal
was in
House.
this? Yeah, I know who he is. Yeah. He's last thing I saw him on was Evil. He has like a regular role on Evil now.
You watch Evil?
Haven't seen season 3 yet though.
Oh man, it's so evil.
Don't watch it late at night. Don't watch it late at night.
I know it is rough, but I've kind of got a crush on Katja Herbers,
The
Kristen.
the lead actress, yeah, I like her a lot
Yeah.
too. She was on Westworld, I believe. I liked her in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess she's not the prettiest. It's
I
nothing
yeah.
that stands out, but there's something about her.
No, there's something about her. Yeah, she has her voice, her eyes. Yeah, yeah. But,
Yeah.
yeah, she's a nice lady. Um, here we go. So,
I
did
don't
you get a
think
Chips flashback from that?
I,
Perfect.
yeah, I don't think things bode well for these guys. I have a
No.
feeling.
Now it's not Dirty Harry. You'll be able to tell when the guy starts talking.
It's the
And
T-1000.
you know,
Steel rod comes through. It's part of his arm.
I wonder if James Cameron saw this and that was kind of an inspiration. I don't know for some parts of it. Like those striped shirts, striped suits. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
I always like a dark striped suit.
Yeah, I think those came back into vogue, didn't they? I think recent
I
years.
don't think they ever went anywhere. But
The pinstripe.
The pinstripe, yeah.
Oh, I've never been a fashion horse. I get more out of looking for a nice T-shirt than anything else.
Hmm. Now you got me hunting for Tim Matheson. It's driving me nuts.
well, they're all wearing like sunglasses and motorcycle helmets, so it's kind of hard.
Oh,
to
I see. I see. That's one of the interesting things. As the trailer says, the killers dressed like cops or pretending to be cops they do kind of have the same facial features in a way. Oh, look at that.
Uh-oh.
That's
This is a brutal death scene. And of course, what are we supposed to think here as the audience? These are bad men. Probably they deserve it.
Vigilante killer.
Yeah. But can something like this, of course, spiral out of control? And
I was kind of surprised at how graphic it was.
70s, I have to tell you, for cinema, one of the most violent decades.
I mean, the guy in the corner is just kind of twitching. I mean,
yeah, no, they. I think the movie that really broke the ground for adding violence to cinema was Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty. If you saw that,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was there was
Godfather was pretty significant.
Oh yeah, a lot of the movies in the 70s were.
So when Sonny bought it, God.
Ian and I were joking about having a Godfather trilogy marathon, start to finish.
Good luck with that.
I've only ever seen the first one. I haven't seen 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
I tried to watch 2. I just couldn't buy De Niro as a young.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing
wrong with the performance. I just couldn't buy him as the character, knowing Corleone from the first one.
What I will say about De Niro's performance in it, as it gets to the end of the story, he does really start to resemble the Marlon Brando Godfather. But in the beginning, you're right. He's not really like the Marlon Brando. So here we have, I think we get a reprisal of the Dirty Harry theme here. I had some notes. I don't think I can read them, though. Let me see here. Do you like the Dirty Harry theme, Birdman, a little bit? Please, can I pull it out of you?
I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'll probably end up with a Dirty Harry soundtrack at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm just not a real big jazzy type person.
I don't know what it is about 70s and these jazzy scores. I do like them. Like I said, I watch a lot of the Italian movies too. They tend to have a lot of these rocker, either it's like a rock score or a jazz type score in a lot of the movies. Like that's what Ennio Morricone was working on a lot in the 70s before he went back to Hollywood to do his more symphonic stuff. But
I gotta say about Harry's sunglasses, they evoke his own eyes. Kind of got that little squint. There's almost like the way they're shaped. It's almost like they're perfect for him because they evoke what you would think Eastwood's.
Yeah, I never thought about it, but you're right. I mean, you could see one of his old cowboy characters wearing sunglasses if they had him at the time, right? I mean, did they have sunglasses in the Old West? I don't think they did.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Hey, that's the guy from RoboCop.
Yes. In fact, I need to get his name up here. It's nice seeing him in a different role where he's not playing one of the bad guys. I mean, or
Uh,
not as bad guys,
Fel-
but still.
Felton Perry.
Yeah. Harry's new partner. He always gets a new partner. Now, as we see in this, he is not on homicide anymore. I think, what is it? Stakeouts, like robbery type things. Yeah, he's not. They beat him off. They took off homicide, probably because of the Scorpio case, I assume.
Yeah.
But they get rid of him from the force. He's still doing police work and inspecting, but it's not stuff. I think it's like armed robbery type stuff, or stuff like
Ooh,
that.
yeah, Winnebago back there. Oh man, 90 cents for a ham and cheese?
Let's not think about pre 70s inflation, right? I mean, late 70s. My father told me horror stories about what was happening. He'd go into the grocery store and the prices were almost changing as he was in there. That's what he said. Oh, it's interesting though. Go to an airport, get a burger, huh?
Well, back when you could get into an airport without getting strip searched.
Yeah, there's that too.
I will say, if you find a sandwich you like, nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
no matter where you have to go, no matter where you go for it.
Yeah, Felton Perry. He's a good actor. I'm glad to see him in this movie. A lot of good cast all around in this movie, I think. I don't think I have any complaints. Does Harry have patches on his jacket? The elbow patches. Elbow patches, yep. Now, I have to say, though, if you think about it, during this time, I don't know that sequels with the same character were all that common, were they? In cinema?
No.
It's like Burb and I were talking while we were watching Bullet. We were expecting. I don't think we realized. We never saw another Bullet movie after that. It's like, but I think in the old days it was like a one and done. Even with his Man with the No Name trilogy, people, oh, it's all the same character, but because he acts the same in all three movies and he has a similar look. But I don't know if that was ever the intent to make it be the same character in all three. But I'm okay with people thinking it now, obviously, but. What do you think of this little scheme, huh?
It's kind of cute.
He looks his partner looks beefier there than he did in RoboCop.
Yeah, he's young. Hair. Well, he was younger. He was younger too.
It could be the hair too.
Yeah, maybe. I like it, man. Now, believe it or not, Birdman, I hadn't seen this movie for a long time. I mean, I didn't get around to watching this for a long time because I think I saw the original Dirty Harry because they often played that one, and I saw the Deadpool growing up because that was the most recent. But the other three, they were not common to see on television, so I don't think I saw this movie really in its entirety till I got the DVD set.
Well, this says, according to the internet, 7.2 on IMDb, 70% on Rotten Tomatoes, 58% on Metacritic, but 90% on Google.
That doesn't make any sense. Everyone I've heard loves this. Every Dirty Harry fan loves this movie.
That's why I say don't trust critics. Trust your own opinion.
Oh, critics in the 70s were merciless. They hated half the stuff that came out and stuff that we would consider good by modern standards, probably.
That plane looks a lot more spacious than the normal plane.
It probably was. It's because it was a plane in the 1970s, and you had more space. You probably got a free meal.
Mhm.
I don't want to say things were better for Coach, but they probably were back then.
Did you ever see the Carol Burnett sketch where it was like Coach and First Class, and they were separated by one seat? It was Tim Conway behind Harvey Korman.
No, I need to find
Oh,
that.
it's funny. Yeah.
All right.
Is he actually flying?
Just kind of driving it around.
Does
There's
he
a
have
great
a
line.
plan?
There's a great line coming up in a minute, Al. Just have patience. He's on board now, Inspector Callahan. Callahan! He's like, you were a bench. What are you doing? He's like, he's probably screaming. Dirty Harry often has a boss that, like we thought his boss in the first one. No, the mayor and the boss in the first one, they were actually more. Oh, here we go. But can you fly? Never had a lesson. Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Hmm. And that's how you do it, children.
Oh. Got him.
Ooh, right through the wall.
Yeah, that's impressive. Come on. Now he's going to get chewed out by his boss, right?
Of course.
I don't want any of your cowboy theatrics. So that's in the sequel, actually. That's the one the boss says. We don't need any of your cowboy heroics, or he says something to that effect. It's just he gets mad. Can the plane take off now, or they got to get another plane now?
I would say they're gonna have to get a whole new plane.
Yeah.
I guess there are holes in it now, right? Thanks, Callahan. Oh, one of my favorite scenes of dialogue is coming up. I might even keep quiet during it. It's
Love those 70s cars.
Hi, Harry. Ooh.
And
You
this
think-
was kind of like a Christmas movie. It came out on December 20th, 1973.
Interesting. I didn't know that. It probably was the holiday movie. Yeah.
He's familiar.
I'm sure he's been in other movies. Yeah, I know. He It's funny. You think Harry is cynical, and then you hear this guy talk. It's like it's.
Oh, he was in Dark Shadows.
Oh, okay. That might be where you recognize him from.
Lethal Weapon.
Here we go. These days, a cop kills a hoodlum on the street. He might
Was
as
that
well.
the bad guy in the first Lethal Weapon?
I don't know.
He was in Lethal Weapon.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah, the guy that was bossing around Gary Busey.
Might have been. I haven't seen Lethal Weapon in ages.
Oh, he was Riker's father in Next Gen.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, Lethal Weapon is an excellent Christmas movie, right, Big Al?
Let's not. I would probably say it's a better Christmas, bigger, more accurate Christmas movie than Die Hard. I bet.
Why?
So I like this cop though. He had this great line. Says, "A hood can kill a cop, but can a cop kill a hood?" Oh, he says, "Why don't you retire?" Oh, they're gonna have to drag me out of the force. He's really angry. You know, it's like you.
Firing in progress.
Yeah. Oh, I. This is actually. It's funny. It came out at Christmas time, but I think it's a good summertime movie. Actually,
It
Chris
was
may
the
just keep. Go ahead.
sixth highest film that year, $44 million.
What beat it if you don't if you know by any chance?
I didn't look. I apologize.
No, don't worry about it. I meant to do more research on the score. Actually, let me see if I can bring up.
There's no shame being the sixth highest grossing picture of a year.
No.
David Soul.
Let me keep an eye out for Tim Matheson. Guy with the glasses. Okay, that's why I didn't recognize him.
Robert Urich.
Yeah, it's got a good cast. I mean, it's.
Man, Matheson is so young. So's Urich. I mean, God rest his soul.
Now, of course, they're all looking up to Harry because he has a reputation. See, what I find interesting about this movie is that you can tell the cops are becoming more jaded as we get into the 70s. Whereas in the old one, the last one, they were probably trying to be more by the book. In this one, they're getting testy about it. Things are not getting any better; they're getting worse as far as crime goes. Probably guys like Scorpio running around all the time now. It's not good. It's not good.
I'm not sure why you're aiming for stomach shots. That's kind of cruel.
Aim for the.
What's the center of mass?
Center mass is right here.
I
Stomach. They say stomach's the most painful place to get shot. I've never been shot there, so I can't really say it from personal experience. But
Have you ever been shot anywhere?
no, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. you just kind of made it sound like you know.
Well, I've never been shot in the stomach, so I can't say it from personal experience. But
Airborne Rangers, Special Forces. Yeah, so they have military experience. Oh. So this is San Francisco, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I now own all the Dirty Harry soundtracks. I got to see. I think I did get Deadpool as well.
did you check the Quartet Records sale, Boomer?
A little bit, yeah. Let me see. It was Quartet Records, right? You were telling me,
They got a whole lot of McCorney.
You know what? Let me bookmark it. Hold on.
You don't have any of the stuff now. It's 30% off and free shipping if you order 8 or more until the end of the month.
Really? Okay. Quartet Records.
I placed 2 orders. I may place a third. We'll see.
Now, I don't know. I don't know if you had a chance to watch this for the stream, Birdman, but is there a mystery here, or is it more about you and the audience not wanting to think about the unthinkable? Right. That's what I'm wondering. Maybe it'd be easier to swallow now, but it's Because even the trailer says it's the killers that look like cops. That's what they keep saying.
Well, they are cops.
Well, that's the big twist, isn't it? It's like you get,
Spoilers.
Anyway.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Is that
I think
Suzanne Summers?
What?
Is that Suzanne Summers?
I don't know. What I do know is that the guy there is supposed to be a narcotics king. Is it Suzanne Summers? I don't know. No, it might be somebody else.
Look like her.
Would Suzanne Summers take her top off?
In Playboy, she did. Anyway, I'm just.
Whoa.
Okay, so. As we can see, it's not just the criminals; he's killing anybody around them too at this party. I guess no witnesses, but yeah, it's pretty ruthless. So maybe if you were on board earlier, do you really want to be on board now?
Well, I usually don't condone just killing people.
I don't either, but there might be some people out there. Well, do I really care if this criminal gets shot in cold blood? He's a bad guy. But then, of course, you see escalation here too. Oh wow, there's some good stuff on here.
Oh, the quartet sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered 12 the first time. I think I ordered 9 on the second order.
Bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia. I don't even know what that is, but I want to watch that movie now.
It was Suzanne Summers.
No way. Okay.
Pool girl, uncredited.
The girl that took her top off was Suzanne Summers?
This is before Three's Company. Okay. You did recognize her.
No. Yeah, I recognized her. I remember I'm a child of the 70s. I watched Three's Company all the time.
So, as a child of the 70s, you must have been aware of Dirty Harry, even if you were too young to be watching those movies, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this came out in 73. How old were you in 73, Al?
8.
See, I'm thinking, though, there should have been like a Filmation Dirty Harry cartoon series for the kids.
Oh, Lord.
And like Scorpio would still be alive. He'd have like a scar on his chest from the first movie. There'd have to be some like a talking cat on the show too for the kids, to make it more kid friendly.
Oh man, I always hated when they would adapt a show or a movie. They do a Saturday morning and they put on some stupid animal with them.
Yeah, yes. Actually, like a talking monkey would make more sense. Yeah, it'd be like a talking monkey hanging around, or maybe I don't know.
Well, do a Philo Beto and the Clyde talks.
There you go. Yeah. Here we go. So he's going to talk to his good friend's Charlie's wife here, saying, is he acting a little odd lately? He seems rather stressed out.
I don't know if you play a little Russian roulette.
Well, you do it once a week instead of every day. I don't know. It's like...
So you respin the cylinder every time you start? I mean...
It was funny. I remember a Mad Magazine comic strip, and it was called Russian Roulette. And the guy spins the thing around, and the guy clicks it, misses him, passes the gun to the next guy, clicks it, misses him, goes over to the 6th guy. All 5 of the guys missed it. So there's a bullet left in there, and it's number 6. He picks up the gun and then shoots the other guy in the head next to him instead of spinning it at his own head. It's a funny little comic strip. I don't know. I thought it was funny.
Do they still make Mad Magazine? Or crap?
That's a good question. I think the library still gets it in, but I don't know if it's just reprints of old material. I don't know if it came back. I know for a while they were
occasionally at the checkout line at the grocery store.
Yeah. So it may just be reprinted old material. I don't know. I don't know if they really have anyone on staff there. It may have made a comeback. I don't know, but I know for a while they were like, with 30% new material. And I'm like, oh, you really are hurting for money now, aren't you? Because I think, to be fair, it's so old they could probably keep re-releasing old stuff in it for ages. But
Yeah, you could.
I don't know, I remember being in the '80s looking. There was a there was an ad for Bounty, the quicker picker upper, and it was Sylvester Stallone advertising it as Rambo, and he was like shooting people in the head and spooling up the blood, you know. And it's like, you know, with
Ooh.
the bounty towels, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, she coming on to him, huh?
Oh, doing something.
Hey, Harry Callahan, come on.
Boomer, do you have Stargate soundtrack?
No, I do not have that one.
Okay,
That's a good. That's
you,
huh?
you do have it.
What?
I'll get it out to you. I bought a lot on eBay, and I already have Stargate, and I got something else in it.
I'd actually like the Stargate soundtrack. Thank you. I got to send you
will.
that Bond. I got to send you that Bond thing. I was going to send you the best of Bond thing I have, which I think actually has tracks in it that aren't on the actual full soundtrack albums.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I know there's one track from Moonraker that they didn't
Ooh.
put on the soundtrack CD, and I'm mad about it, but it was on one of the other CDs.
I just looked her up. She was the wife of Shatner in Nightmare at 30,000 Feet. Twilight.
Really? By the way, Al, speaking of William Shatner, I don't know if you've seen this series. He hosts a show on Discovery called The Unexplained. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
It sounds like it's right up your alley. I was watching a couple episodes. It's like Chupacabra and like you know, all sorts of weird stuff. It's like reminds me of In Search of, except William Shatner's the host. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get a kick out of it. I don't know. I know there's an episode all about UFOs too.
Boomer, was the Dirty Harry character, is he ex-military? Do you know?
I don't know if they've ever said. Military was pretty common back then. I mean, a lot of men, at least especially if you were like working class, you had to serve unless you got an out. My dad, I mean, my dad, my three uncles, they were all in the Air Force because it was just a common thing. Like you do like so it wouldn't surprise me if he was, but even if he was, he doesn't talk it up. To be fair, though, you can also serve and not actually see war too. That was also a thing. You might get in there before. If he's anything like my dad, he would have been. He might have been in between the wars, like between Korea and Vietnam, you know. But no, they don't say one way or the other. No, he might have, he might not have been. You know, I don't know. We're about to meet some lovely people in this scene. I'm being sarcastic. So, Al, what was the big '70s snack? What would you go into a grocery store to buy as a kid? What was the big thing?
Well, I don't know about big thing, but my favorite early 70s were chipsters and pizza spins.
I don't know what's a pizza spin.
Pizza spin were these little, they looked like little wheels and they were pizza flavored. They were supposed to look like pizzas, but they looked like a wagon wheel.
Interesting. And they were like a chip type thing?
Yeah,
okay.
It was like a snack chip kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, I think they came in a box.
So yeah, these are some very unpleasant people. He beats the store clerk. Notice it's Harry's partner is undercover.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys are getting their jollies. They want to shoot a person of his ethnicity. These are some very bad men. This is not.
But that shotgun at that range would you're not getting up from that.
No. Not yet.
Well, that's some good camera work there.
Of course, I think he's getting on his knees because he knows someone's gonna be behind him, right?
I like that point of view shot they're doing. Straight down.
Oh, he got hit. This is why you need the bulletproof vest, right?
Yeah.
So I'll say this, Dirty Harry's still pretty busy, even if he's not going after the psychopaths, right? He's
Well,
going after
I call these people psychopaths.
Yeah, they are, but they're not like serial killers, It's like, Oh,
Stomach shot. Yeah.
Kind of like that place. All the porcelain and ceramics plates.
what did we do last week? Oh, that's right. Black Rain, the Cult Python.
Mm-hmm.
Cult Python versus Magnum. Which do you like more?
Magnum's a caliber, not so much a revolver.
All right. Well, whatever. I don't know. I don't know guns. I'm just saying.
A Colt Python could shoot a Magnum load if it's chambered for that.
Gotcha.
Okay, the Colt thing or Smith and Wesson, whatever he's got.
I'd rather have a Colt revolver than a Smith and Wesson. You know who makes a really nice small carry revolver now, though? Kimber makes a beautiful revolver. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It's also like $1,000. But it's nice. It's very nice.
All right, here we go. I found the article. Here's a review of Magnum Force soundtrack on the AV forums by Chris McKerney. You may have heard of him, right? Chris McKerney. Maybe read some of his stuff. I don't know. The game may have changed on the streets of San Francisco, but the successful team behind the Great Dirty Harry remained the same. Clint Eastwood is back with Magnum Force, quite literally, in fact, the action-packed sequel to the darker, more demented original cop thriller. And right alongside him, providing the ever-cool soundtrack to his zero-tolerance crime fighting, once again, was Lalo Schifrin. The pair raised the stakes this time with Harry's on-screen exploits far more riotous and trigger-happy, and Schifrin's score rocketing over the top more vigorously than before.
Did she just steal the cab?
Maybe. I mean, she still got to pay for it. I mean, steal is such a harsh word.
Well, you know what I mean.
Here we go. Now I'm getting flashbacks to Taxi Driver. Oh, that's a movie. Oh, we'll have to do at some point, but that is a violent picture.
That was Bernard Herrmann's final film score.
It was Bernard Herrmann's final film score. Yes.
He's trying to do a little piggy peek.
Yeah. Perv.
I don't ever count my money in the backseat of a cab. That's just me, though.
No, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Where is she? Whoa.
I also don't carry money in my underpants either.
Ooh. Ah.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
And that's Albert Popwell. He was actually in the first Dirty Harry movie. He was the one, the first guy he says, "Do you feel lucky, punk?" Remember?
Guy that got shot in the street.
Yeah. It's funny. He in the first four, he plays a different character in each one. In part 4, he actually plays a cop, a police officer. They just have him playing a different role each time. And he acts differently. You almost don't recognize him at first,
That's a good actor.
Yeah. There we go. So obviously he's a pimp. I have to admit, this is, in my opinion, one of the more uncomfortable scenes I've seen in a 70s movie. And it's not even that explicit, but I don't know. It's...
Ooh, snatched the wig right off her head.
Yeah.
That's a stand-up guy. Just run away. Yeah.
He's booking it. To be fair, perhaps he was going to call a cop. I don't know, but maybe he should have done something. Yeah.
Don't cabs have CDs? I mean, CB radios.
Good point.
What is he?
It's Drano.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but he's throttling her. Yeah, so it's... Wait a minute, did he dump something down her throat? Is that the impression?
Drano.
Oh, that's awful. Okay. I must have missed that all this time.
This is like where the movie took some heat, because these douchebags, they called themselves the High Five Murderers, saw this film and decided to do the same thing to someone with Drano. and they got busted for it. And they said they got the idea from Dirty Harry. They wanted to do something different. But then they added, if they hadn't done this, they would have watched another movie and done something else.
They would have murdered the person any other way. It still was a very nasty way to go. But
then Drano was used to kill people in Lethal Weapon, Heathers, and Urban Legend as well. So, and it doesn't kill you like in real life like it does in this movie. So,
you know,
if you're thinking about using Drano, don't do it on yourself or anyone else. No. Bad idea. Don't do it.
I mean, this is a guy who obviously doesn't care that people not realize he's a pimp.
It's almost cliched, his look. But obviously, there were guys that have. Does he have like a fur lining in the car?
Yeah.
Does everybody?
Doesn't everybody? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm behind. Maybe I need to get with it. I don't know. This is just...
I mean, you live in Florida, Boomer. I thought you drove like a pink car with like flamingo wings on it and everything.
I'm working on it. Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Cedric Moss.
Hello, how are you, sir? We're watching Dirty Harry. We're currently at, where are we at? 44 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, Dirty Harry Part 2, Magnum Force. Of course, I remember seeing this for first time. I did find that last scene rather brutal because I'll say this, up until now, you only know of the crimes the guys did. And this one, they actually show you what this guy has done, which I don't know.
So you don't feel terribly bad with what I'm sure is about to happen to him.
Yeah. Because the other guys, it's implied what they've done. To be fair, you do get the guy coming out of the courtroom, so you're hearing about what he had done. So there is some backstory there.
But I tell you, it would be a wonderful opportunity to pick up one hell of a cool-looking car at a police auction.
I knew a guy one time. He bought suits for me, and he bought a very expensive car from a DEA auction for like next to nothing. He said, "Yeah, I just had to get the bloodstains out of the back seat." I'm like, "Wow." I don't think I'd be comfortable driving that car. He's like, "Doesn't bother me. Just, no peroxide came out." I'm like, "Okay."
Did you see that? Here's my license.
Oh. Oh, man, that'll never come out of that foot.
Here's something very interesting. It's obvious this guy has money on him, but the man does not take any of it. Just leaves it there with him. So we're not dealing with like a what we might see in the typical movie, like where they're bad cops, where they're corrupt cops. It's something else going on here.
It's vigilante justice.
Yeah. It's Vigilante. I think, in some ways, I think this movie was trying to address. People kept screaming that Harry Callahan was a vigilante cop, and they were like, "No, this is what we're seeing here is what a vigilante cop would look like."
Yeah.
I mean, he
No,
may bend the
there are
rules.
Yeah,
Go
they're
ahead.
bending rules, and then there's blowing away people without a trial.
Yeah. Here's his neighbor.
Ooh. Why does she look familiar?
I hate it when that happens to me. You're
I know.
shopping and it's like women just come up and it's like, hey,
You know what? You know, you could just say, "Look, the Lawrence Welk show's on. You know, maybe some other time." I'm just.
Oh, you really do live in Florida, don't you?
Yeah. Funny. Anyway, this is him going into his fridge. It makes me depressed. We have an old burger.
Mm-hmm.
Does he order like 5 at a time and just sticks the other 4 in the fridge? I'm sorry. Don't do it, dude. That must be his wife. Yeah.
Who's dead?
Yeah, hit by a drunk driver. Dude, don't do it.
You would think you would take the gun out of the holster when he walks into his house and just put it down somewhere.
Yeah. Even Dick Tracy would at least make a can of chili, right? He would heat it on the stove, right? Remember Dick Tracy?
Yes.
Okay, just saying. Hi.
Are you following me, young lady?
Adele Yoshioka.
He must be pretty tall.
She could also be very short.
Well, there's that too. But...
T. Ghostbusters said the pimp looks outlandish and campy. Yeah.
Well, but that's sort of how they looked back then, right?
Yeah, it was kind of a status symbol kind of a thing. The more outlandish you look, the better pimp you were.
Remember Harvey Keitel played the pimp in Taxi Driver, remember? For that.
Was that a Martin Scorsese film?
It was, actually. It was not his first, one of his earlier ones, yeah. He even has a cameo in it in one scene. Because I think something happened to the actor and couldn't make it to the sets. It's like, I'll just do the scene, okay? Because they were pressed for time, so he does a scene in the back of the cab.
Speaking of whale shit.
Come on, it's funny. This is the thing with Harry Callahan's bosses. They just don't have what it takes. You know?
I mean, God forbid he actually has someone he respects.
I think in the first movie he respected the chief in that or whatever. I think it wasn't a problem. Even the mayor in the first one, he has flaws because I think it's more naivete about the situation he's dealing with. But he's not like some of the characters we get in these later, some of the politician characters in some of these later films. They just get worse and worse and worse. It's just
a man has to know his limitations.
Uh.
Hi-oh. Never happens to me either. Come home and have something like that happen. I think she's sending him signals.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not sure. I'm getting mixed signals here. It's like,
Uh,
oh, and do we ever see her again, Boomer, in other movies?
no.
No.
Now we know it's not Harry. That much we
Mhm.
know. I don't know. That's kind of a nice ride, don't you think, huh?
You could,
I'd
like,
drive it.
take
Oh,
out
Actually-
the furry seats and the faux side exhaust vents, and
Clint Eastwood starred in a movie called Pink Cadillac. Did you know that?
he did
Mhm.
with Bernadette Peters.
That's right. I saw that in the theaters when I was younger. I don't think I've seen it since I saw it in the movie theaters, though. I should
She
really.
is still fine as fine can be.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she played Cersei in the Odyssey miniseries that they
That
did.
makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
How do you get away with 23 murders?
The witnesses chickened out. I don't know. I'm getting the impression that this guy is maybe of a certain organization that he's made to look at. What they weren't allowed to mention by name in the 70s movies, but you know, the crime syndicates. You know, it's-
Have
You
either
ever
of y'all been to San Francisco?
No.
I have not. Have you?
I went one time. I applied at, well, I interviewed at 2 design schools.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. It looks pretty.
What kind of designing?
I like fashion design.
Oh, cool. Do you still dabble?
I mean, I still got the wardrobe. I don't,
You know,
I
like
just,
do design.
Chinese death blue kind of changed everything. So, you know,
No, I understand. So,
Did you ever watch that show with Heidi Klum?
no.
I enjoyed that. I like shows where people create things, like Trading Spaces or Iron Chef, things
Or
like
Bob
that.
Ross.
Yeah. Oh God, that's like just
Just make some happy clouds.
yeah. It's so peaceful to watch that.
He was a drill sergeant in his former life.
Yeah, Big Al, if you ever watch the television series Creep Show, based on kind of the movie, there's
No, I have
basically
not seen any of them.
there's an episode that is, I'm not kidding you here, even officially licensed. It's Bob Ross versus the Evil Dead.
Oh, sweet.
You can tell it's the Evil Dead because Ted Raimi's in it, and so and it's Bob Ross. It takes place in the '70s, and you can tell it's Bob Ross versus the Evil Dead. It's funny as all heck.
I'll have to try to find that.
Yeah.
I actually have a Bob Ross Funko Pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got one of them. It's a happy little figure.
Are there too many scenes of cars driving in this? What do you think?
I love a
There are a
70s
lot of car
car, so I
driving
like
things.
it.
Not mentioned.
I like watching a good 70s car rolling along. The tanks that they used to be. I'd give anything to have the old 70 Nova that my mom had. I love that car.
I may have sold my Miata.
Oh, you
So
decided to sell it?
So according to this review, whenever you hear, I guess what I call like the Magnum Force theme, it's mentioned here as bleeding trumpets, bleating, because it's almost shrill sounding, isn't it? They show up.
Cricket.
It's Cricket upset.
She's being rowdy.
I'm telling you,
She's
it's
got-
summertime. They think it's still time to run around and stuff, right?
She's got her womanly time upon her, so she's being
Oh, I
extra
see.
bossy.
I see.
Ew.
Interesting. That's a hand signal. It means come go past me. Oh, that's funny. Interesting. So you know where Sackwet was.
Antagonize.
His partner looks stressed.
I would be
Wouldn't
too.
you be stuck working with Harry Callahan?
Yeah. His partners end up in the hospital or dead, right?
A lot of curves on that road. Maybe paying attention.
I think that's Dietrich, isn't he? Or he's what? He has some obviously that shows up in a few of the movies. Like remember, Dietrich was still in the hospital. I think they mentioned that in the first movie. I think that's Dietrich. He shows up every so often. He's...
Ow.
Whoa.
I have to say, this must have been interesting to see on the big screen because, like, you're looking all these down at these people.
What? No paperwork?
Interesting, huh? He's just not going to do anything. He's just going to go the other way. And look where he's going. Almost like he has more important things to do than to bother the taxi driver, right?
Mhm. So is that one of the killers, or was it a real? Was it the older guy? Oh, hello.
A narcotics king that doesn't touch his own product.
Well, he's probably smart for doing that.
Yeah, I gotta say, the smart drug dealers don't do the drugs.
So I guess Scarface wasn't all that smart at the end,
No.
huh?
That's why he ended up blown up.
Yeah, but what a way to go, huh? He was say hello to my little friend, right? That's. You ever see Scarface, Birdman?
I have not. No.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God, man!
You like Michelle Pfeiffer? She's in it.
I like Michelle Pfeiffer fine.
Okay.
You know,
Mary
she's got like a
Elizabeth-
twin sister, I think, or something like that.
She
Yep,
does.
Mary
In fact, I
Elizabeth
think she was.
Antonio.
Yeah, she was in a movie. Her sister was in a movie called Vamp, actually.
Yeah, Dee Dee Pfeiffer, I think's her name.
Yeah. Wonder why it was wet there. Pipe leak or something? Or
Could have rained, maybe. I'd like those boots. Those are nice boots.
there is something creepy about a faceless cop, right? Sunglasses, helmet, you can't see their face. Yeah, that was played to great effect in Psycho. Remember when the
And
Marion Crane gets
THX?
pulled over? In what?
THX?
THX. Well, not they were robot police officers. I wonder if that makes me think. I wonder if Lucas. I guess this part is a common cop look in the 70s with the plastic helmets and all that. But I do think it chips. You're right. In fact, I used to have a chips. I used to have a motorcycle with one of the chips officers on it as a kid.
Red alert! Red alert!
Yeah.
Aw.
I think that was a dummy.
I hope they didn't use a real person and throw her out the window.
Well, you know, stunt person.
Yeah, this was rather brutal too. I mean, they're taking no prisoners. This is not.
Talk about being caught with your pants down, though, man.
Yeah, well, there's
really.
that. Yeah.
that is a very effective, imposing silhouette kind of thing. Like you said, no face. Oh man.
Now,
Ooh.
I call this guy, in my opinion, was the red herring because he was already acting out of whack in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
He's dressed like the other officers. I thought maybe, or he might at least be involved. Maybe even if he wasn't the main guy. But no, we learn here. I think he's just I think he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he's like. In fact, that cop probably didn't want to do it either, but he couldn't have any witnesses.
The big reveal.
Uh,
or a reveal. Or,
yeah, maybe. We know something shady's going on, right? Of course, we probably known that since the first scene. But anyway.
If something wasn't shady, then it wouldn't be much of a movie.
Oh, Charlie McCoy. He said he's ready for the rubber gun squad. Oh, that's funny. I think we in the audience were at least sort of suspecting it was him too, right? The way he was acting earlier, right?
Yeah.
When you're right about the red herring, that would have been too easy.
Yes. So let's see here. I'll read you a little bit from this article on the soundtrack. The opening main title is one of the all-time greats. See? On screen, we see, against a blood-red background, the mother of all six shooters, Harry's 44 Magnum revolver. Musically, Schifrin brings out the big guns, too. After the sad denouement to the previous film and Schifrin's lonely lament leaving Harry forlorn and despondent, he begins the sequel with a totally brazen, in-your-face, ballsy blast of thunderous bass percussion, waiting vocals, and a strident martial drum beat that can't fail to bring a grin of high caliber proportions to your mush. The vocals here differ from Sally Stevens' haunting cadence. First time around, in that whoever it is that reaches those shrill and giddy heights on this occasion is going for an altogether wilder effect. The glorious wahoo wow 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 bridge is something special indeed, really dynamic and exciting. There's also a magnificent brass section that literally roars into the act, wasting no time and taking no prisoners with the track's proclamation that Dirty Harry is indeed back and packing heat. You couldn't ask for a more infectiously thrilling main theme. See, I didn't even read this before now, so there you go. He and I are on the same page. I do love the main theme to this movie. Now, see, if this had been a Liam Neeson movie, he would have already been on the plane, and then he would have thrown one of the hijackers out into the plane engine, and then he'd have to figure out a way to keep the plane afloat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably so.
I've been on a Liam Neeson kick lately.
What a scene! The fact that the killer is standing right there.
Interesting. How do you know? Maybe it was some other guy dressed just like him, and then
it was him.
Here's what it was. At this point, I am suspecting him, but I'm not sure what's going on yet. It's. I'll say this though, as the killer, I think he does feel guilty. This is not something he wanted to do. It's something he had to do. I think that's where he's coming from.
Yeah. It's like it's right thing for the wrong reason, kind of.
I don't know. I think if you can just hunt someone down and blow them away repeatedly, you probably don't have much of a conscience.
He didn't care about the criminals, but he wouldn't want to go after a fellow police officer. I think that's where he was thinking. This I like. I like the fact that we get a shooting course in a Dirty Harry movie. These. You always hear about these things. You get to practice your shots. It's like a marksmanship thing, right? You get to Young guys are clapping, right? Never seen you smoother. Yeah, I think that's Dietrich. Yeah, you'll see him in the next movie too. There's some Matheson. Tim Matheson was in Sometimes They Come Back. You ever see that, Al?
I've heard of it. I've never
The
seen
Stephen
it.
King adaptation. That was actually a made-for-TV movie, but it was pretty good. It had evil ghosts of greasers in it. You know, like these evil greasers came back from hell. You know. You ever been to a shooting range like this, Birdman?
Not
The
quite
moving
like
targets.
that. No.
Used to have a game on the old Nintendo called Hogan's Alley. You use the zapper with it, and like the
I remember
criminals
that
would
game.
pop out. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That might have been the arcades too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there was Hogan's Alley, Duck Hunt, and Wild Gunman. Those were the trilogy. Wild Gunman is seen in Back to the Future Part 2. You gotta have good reaction time, right? To like, there you can do in this Blade Runner game I got. You can go through a course, and I'm always hitting civilians. You know?
Intentionally or accidentally?
You know what? If it's a replicant, how can you tell anyway, right?
Okay.
Replicants are hard to kill in that game too. They take a lot of shots. What do you think? This is a Saturday or Sunday afternoon thing that they're doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like all the stand-ups of the criminals. Don't hit the lady with the groceries, please.
Oops.
Last one was a good guy.
Or was it?
That's the thing. His subconscious knows. He hasn't accepted it yet on the surface, but he's knowing that. Oh, you shot a cop. See, you shot a good guy. You won, didn't you? Yeah, that's all that matters. Did he lose that last one?
He just got ballistics.
Yep.
He wants to. Yeah, he wants to get it out of there later. See, that whole thing with him shooting the cop by accident, Torment. That's his subconscious nagging at him. He knows. I'll say this: he's very good with the gun. Like, there's a whole thing, like in the when he always takes a point about, oh, I don't in all this confusion, I don't know how many shots I was shot. Harry always knows how many shots he's fired.
Ooh, I like that knife. Looks like a Warncliffe blade.
Yeah.
I love a Warncliffe.
Ow.
Oh,
Huh?
Ow. Hello.
I'll look
Yeah.
at Birdman.
Oh, okay. Remember, I've got a movie over top of you, so I don't really see.
Okay.
Is there like a scene where like we'll do Crocodile Dundee next week? Remember the scene? That's not a knife. This is a knife.
This is a knife.
It's on my desk because I got packages in today. I had to open up packages.
There's
Yeah,
there's also
notice you were using a fixed knife, a fixed blade instead of a pocket knife.
there's a thing known as a letter opener, Birdman.
Yeah.
Little safer.
Right here.
Ah. You know, you could get like a Lord of the Rings replica sword, but it was actually shaped like it was basically a letter opener. You get a Sting letter opener. That's right. Remember from The Hobbit? Remember when Lord of the Rings
Like
was
that?
Do you have it? Oh, look at that! You have
Well,
the
this
letter
is
opener.
actually a replica of Snake Eyes' sword from G.I. Joe.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I know you don't know who Snake Eyes is because you never played with G.I. Joe, but
Well, look, we all make mistakes growing up.
we do.
You know, they had 2 G.I. Joe games for the old Nintendo, too. I should have got. They were supposed to be pretty good.
It's a cool camera angle.
Spooner, there's been 5 Dirty Harry movies, is that right? Or 6?
5.
5.
Now, there have been other movies where Clint Eastwood plays a cop, but only 5 of them have been Dirty Harry movies.
So it's Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and Deadpool, right?
Yes.
Wow, cool. Pat on my
And yeah, you got them all right. And I don't know why you have The Enforcer right after Magnum Force. You have Force in both titles. Come on, guys. Many consider The Enforcer the weakest of the 5, but I like it, and it has I think it has his best partner is in part 3 actually, which is Ty Daly. Plus, you might get a kick out of who the villains are in the 3rd one. It's basically a certain People's Revolutionary Army type group. That's a good line. Nothing wrong with shooting people as long as the right people get shot, right?
Zootopia, do you like the Deadpool the best out of all the 5?
Yeah, that's a good one. Deadpool. It ended on a high note, I'll say. And Liam Neeson is in the Deadpool. I forgot.
Yeah, he gets killed with like a harpoon gun. Is that right?
No, it's not him. I'm not gonna say who it is.
Jim Carrey's in it too.
Jim Carrey is in it. There's. I just watch the scene on YouTube all the time with him doing the horrible music video with Jim Carrey and Liam Neeson's directing it and their interactions with each other. I'm thinking these are like 2 major stars before they were major stars in this movie. And Patricia Clarkson's in it too. It's just yeah.
Oh, Deadpool was the first movie role for Jim Carrey.
Yeah, he's good in it. He's doing a video for Welcome to the Jungle. Remember that song? You know.
Hmm.
Looks like we got us a convoy.
That was a movie, huh? Convoy.
Yep. Chris Christopherson.
Chris Christoph. Ever hear of Convoy, Birdman?
No,
You know the song.
This
no.
We've
here's the
got a great
rubber
big
duck.
convoy. They basically just made the movie off the song. It's a trucker movie.
Yep. Chris Christopherson plays Rubber Duck.
I'm just gonna say these guys are mafia, right? Am I right? Organized crime. Is that the impression you're getting?
Yeah.
They like
They
to
look
sit around and see food.
Yeah, they're eating the Chinese food.
They don't like to answer phones.
those are some nice sideburns.
There'll be a hit in 2 minutes, and the men will be dressed like cops.
Well, let's go back to eating.
He thinks that now he's thinking about it, right? It's not how the St. Valentine's Day massacre happened.
Yeah.
Phone the guys. So here we go. They're all prepping now. No. So someone has warned them. I'm suspecting whoever warned them is someone who wants Dirty Harry taken out.
Would be convenient that way.
Yes. Because he's starting to get close. Of course, there ain't no cop's gun because he sees the Magnum.
He's standing right in the front of the door. That was dumb.
Well, he may not have known about it either. I think they just thought they were going to arrest. And normally, this guy probably would just let himself get arrested and then beat the rap or something, right? But he was warned that there's a hit coming, and they know that these other criminals have been getting hit around the city. So,
No, I was saying Tim Matheson was stupid, standing there like facing.
well, yeah. Well, I don't know what to tell you. They're young cops.
I mean, I've seen enough TV shows to know better than that. Ooh.
More cops.
Well, they're going down. They're going to go down fighting.
Well, to be fair, they think that this is an execution squad after them, which
Yeah.
it's not so far from the truth, but not exactly. You understand? It's someone was wanting to stir up this hornet's nest to get rid of Callahan.
Whoops.
Mhm.
You know what? I don't
Did he
think
get it?
I
Oh,
think so.
good
Just once I want to drive a car through a building, huh?
Just one time. One time.
Just one time before I leave this planet Earth. Come on.
You have an interesting start to your bucket list there,
I'm
Boomer.
just saying, come on, it looks like fun.
How about hanging onto a hood?
Well, there's that too. That could be a fun ride. Maybe not. Maybe not so much. This looks rather dangerous. At least he fell into the guy.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Or probably not hurt. Just take.
I
his
don't
head
know.
off.
I think he's done. I think that's a closed casket happening now.
Save gas.
No local anesthetic for Harry.
I would just sew myself up because I'm just hardcore gangster like that. You know, just you know. Right, Big Al?
You say so.
Okay.
Oh, I like this. Does he have to stand here? No, I can let this man's brains run out all over his shoes. Come as judge, jury, and executioner. Supposed to be a simple arrest.
Ooh.
He just had to slip up. That's
Yep.
all.
Yeah.
Guilty until proven innocent. Every time you pull out a gun, I got paperwork lined up for 3 months. It's like, it's... That's not all. Here we go. He doesn't get along with his superiors. Have you noticed this about him, huh?
Well, superiors are dicks, man. I mean,
That's the kind of place I want to go into. Beer and wine. What else do you need,
yeah.
right? Come on.
Well,
Sandwiches, pizza, chicken
Yeah.
fingers.
Chicken fingers, yeah. Did they have Al? I got a question for you. This is
Sure.
something I've always been curious about. Did they have chicken fingers in the 1970s?
Not that I remember. I mean,
They didn't have them. I bet they didn't have them. Okay.
Uh,
They have chicken nuggets.
yeah, chicken nuggets were kind of cool when they first hit. But
Okay.
when they first entered my life anyway.
Right.
I thought, cool, no bones.
So it wasn't as common a thing. I didn't think so. I don't think I got used to chicken fingers till the 90s. I don't think I encountered them. Yeah.
What was eating in the 80s, my friend?
What?
I was
You were
eating chicken fingers in the 80s.
I don't remember them growing. I remember chicken nuggets. I did not remember chicken fingers.
They had them at Shoney's.
No, I think the only time I went to Sony's was for breakfast.
Okay.
They had the breakfast buffet, don't they? There at Shoney's.
Yeah, they did.
I want some eggs.
I love a breakfast buffet.
Yeah, I like eggs.
Me too.
So he's catching on that they're in trouble, right? I like what happens if they get us both, then they win. Okay, it's there may be it's a death squad like they had in Brazil some years back. So I guess this sort of thing happened in Brazil.
Oh, all the time. I mean,
Yeah. So it's not impossible to think as the country becomes less stable how you might have these vigilante groups within the actual police department forming. So yeah. You like that tie? Was it blue diamonds on it or something? I don't know, just howdy neighbor.
He trusts her with the keys.
What's she gonna do? He has nothing in his apartment.
That's true.
Worth stealing. I mean, he's just
lots of people have keys to my house.
really.
Yeah. 7 people have keys to my house.
Okay. Okay, here we have the scene that I find this one of the most chilling scenes in movie history. I just watch the scene by itself sometimes. All right. Sorry, I didn't want to talk to her in that.
They got rejected.
Look at Callahan's face there. There is a tinge of fear there, and I never see him afraid at any point in any of these movies, except here. He knows this is serious. He knows he could have been gunned down right there when he said that. And they were saying, "You of all people should understand this," because of course Harry doesn't like the system. We saw that in the last movie, but he won't go to where they've gone. They've gone further. What does he see?
It's an explosive device.
Yeah, I know you watched the one Razor Fist video on that, right? Where he goes, a bomb, and he has all the people saying a bomb, you know, like just, what's he looking for? Something in his door too? If he opens his door, is it going to explode? That's probably what he's thinking. Okay. Now we have a bit of a setup, like the young lady says, "I'll get your mail too." It's like that. Usually, was that a thing back in the '70s? Neighbors would get each other's mail just for fun. I don't know. Probably not. It's
Not just for fun, just to be nice, you
just
know.
to be nice. I'll get your mail for you, but I'm right here.
I've had people get my mail.
All right, well, never mind then.
Yeah.
He could have shot her, and she could have been a member of this group. That she could have been the one who planted the bomb, right? The old lady with the groceries. I'm just saying. Oh, here we go. You know, people live here, don't you? Yeah. Why don't you
Yeah.
hide her? Tampering with the mail is a federal offense. I'm calling the police. I am the police. The cop that lives upstairs, I've never seen you. I only heard. Okay. Look at that.
Oh, he was right.
What's that? Plastic explosive.
Mhm.
A bomb?
I don't want to hold it.
You bother me anymore, we both be stuck to the ceiling right now. It's like-
Remember rotary phones?
I do, actually.
Mm.
You used to have to get those things that would hook onto the end of a pencil, right? The little metal things, because your fingers might get caught in them or something. So they would sell these things you put on the end of a pencil and use it for the rotary phone. I remember that. All right.
These pencil, pen, whatever.
Phone's ringing. Phone's ringing. Why don't you answer the phone?
Oh no, is he going to be dead partner number whoever?
Why don't you answer the phone? Because you have 2 big bags of groceries anyway. Go into the apartment and answer the phone. You get the mail later. Yep.
I kind of liked him as a partner. Right?
He was nice. Yeah, we liked him, so he has to go. Yes. To be fair, I don't think I've disliked any of his partners. His partners seem more like regular people. But okay, so now he's calling up to send someone down there, but he doesn't know it's too late already, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was nice. He was inviting Harry over for dinner, and
Yeah.
it's sad, but oh well. We know the thing with Harry's partners, right? They end up dead or in the hospital.
It's a nice blue. I like that.
I like it too.
A nice royal blue car.
Aw, snap.
Son of a biscuit.
Did you see this coming, Al?
Well, yeah, I kind of glanced at a part of the plot thing and saw that.
It still even comes as a surprise when you watch it on repeats because he's been acting like the hard-nosed boss that doesn't like, the cops going by the book. And no, that's the perfect guise for someone who'd be running a group like this. You always carry 3.
Oh, what a waste.
Yep. How does murder fit in? Well, please start becoming the yep. It's going to end. Yep. You like that? You're about to become extinct? And now we get a chase scene.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I still say Ronan's my number 1 for chase scenes, but this is pretty good.
Ooh. Bash his head. A little bit of air.
It is San Francisco, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to have this game called San Francisco Rush, and you would drive your cars around the streets of San Francisco, and the idea was you would get lift with each bump,
Ooh. Wee! Wee!
I would appreciate some chase music.
What do you mean chase music?
I mean chase music.
Well, they weren't thinking about that back then, all right? Keep in mind, the chase scene was still pretty young at this point, wasn't it?
Well, chase scene music could be young too.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, there's a movie you should check out. It's called Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, that poor VW van.
I know. Remember Smokey and the Bandit? Come on, run, bandit, run. Remember that? They had a song in that. Chase.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
I'm trying to think what else has a good chase scene. There's French Connection. That is
Yeah.
a famous chase scene. Is that a music or an inch chase scene, or that goes silent as well? Maybe the idea is they want you to hear the vehicles making the noises. I don't know.
He's calling for backup. I dumped him right out.
Yep.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, that'll do it, right? I don't know. He might get back up again.
Car wins almost every time. I wonder which one that was.
I don't know. That's the thing about these cops. They all look the same when they have the glasses and the helmets on.
Yeah.
Is that an abandoned battleship? What is that? Or tanker ship?
Aircraft trip.
Aircraft carrier. Okay.
Okay, according to Wikipedia, that was Robert Urich that got run into.
Gotcha. Then they just leave these lying around. Nowadays, you can do tours on them, right? The old aircraft carriers, they have tours.
Yeah.
Okay, can you imagine being like so rich that you could buy an aircraft carrier?
That would be pretty dope.
That would be sweet.
Welcome to my houseboat.
So I used to go on like submarines too. They said this is where they kept the bug juice. And I'm like, what's bug juice? I think it was some kind of Kool-Aid they had in the military. I could be wrong.
Which carrier is that? Do we know?
Let me see if I can find out.
I have to see the number.
USS Rabaul, Rabaul, CVA/CVHE/AKV-21.
Huh. That sounds different.
It was commenced for construction in January 1945. It was based in Tacoma, Washington, but never saw duty, being held at reserve for 18 years until she was finally sold for scrap in 1972, shortly after this film was released. Interesting. So they never used her. Okay. I guess that's...
You said the Bedouin Strait?
I guess you can't really do tours on an aircraft carrier that was never used, right?
I would think you could. Hello, Retro Reels. How are you?
Escort
like what?
carrier.
Like 3 in the morning there?
We're watching the great Magnum Force, Dirty Harry #2. I think these have yet to get a 4K release, but I could be mistaken. They're on regular Blu-ray though.
They're probably on Laserdisc as well.
Yeah, maybe so. I'm telling you, Birdman, you can start a Laserdisc channel too. Probably like the actually, are there Laserdisc aficionado channels on YouTube? I wonder if there
Sure,
are.
there are.
Go analog or go home. So you'd start out every stream, right?
Hope you had a good night at work, Retro. Hope it wasn't too grueling of an evening.
You ever see Magnum Force retro reels?
I'm sure he has.
Okay. I do like me a good Dirty Harry movie. This is.
That's a nice little tinkly music.
Yeah, this is creepy, this whole scene. This is not where you want to be firing a gun either, you know. This is.
Hey, you can hit something that could blow. Well, if it's decommissioned,
well, I'm thinking ricocheting though, right?
Well, true, yeah, ricocheting. I'm thinking
how loud it would be to fire a gun inside that ship.
How loud?
Yes, Retro says he's seen all the Dirty Harry films because he's an awesome dude.
Yeah, I like Dirty Harry. I assume they got these over in the UK back in the day too. Oh! Did he just like break his neck or something?
He was doing something.
I think he's done. He's done. I mean, if he had been Patrick Swayze, he just would rip the guy's throat out. But you know, Roadhouse. I'm telling you, Roadhouse. That's a movie I should get the soundtrack to. Roadhouse, just for the songs used in it. It's just.
I think Michael Kamen did the film score for Roadhouse.
I think he did. Yeah.
Retro brings up The Rookie. Have you seen The Rookie, Boomer? With Charlie Sheen, isn't he in that movie?
Oh, I did see it. Yeah, that's another one of. Yes, I did. That's another one where he plays a cop. He's like, yeah, he wasn't just a police officer in these. Yeah, that's where he's teamed up with a young Charlie Sheen. This Charlie Sheen is the rookie, you know. He did other cop movies. He was in like I said, he was in The Gauntlet. He was in another one where he played a cop in Nolans.
So now we get a motorcycle chase on an aircraft carrier.
Hey, this is why you pay the how much was the movie back then? 50 cents? I don't know. To go see the movie. Apparently, in the 70s, it was more common to make a dinner at home and then go out to the movies, like when the economy was down, rather than, you know, go out to eat and then watch a movie at home. You understand? Which is probably what it switched over to later on, but like with streaming and everything.
Evil Eastwood there. Whee!
I'm impressed. Okay.
Oh.
I've often wondered if you fall into a body of water from a big enough height, if you do a cannonball, will you survive? That's always been my question.
I think you're going to increase the surface area what you're hitting the water from, so that would be bad.
Yeah.
So that would make it worse?
You want
to minimize your impact on the water as much as you can.
Yeah, he's not getting up from that. Okay.
That was really high enough to kill him?
I don't think so.
Remember, there was a Hong Kong action I saw called well, I forget the name, but it was about a barrister. It was a barrister by day, and he was a vigilante at night, and he was taking out the criminals. And I think the movie ends with him getting tossed out a helicopter from a big height, and he hits the water. And you don't get up again.
Yeah, from a certain height, you might as well hit land. It doesn't
Yeah,
really
I know.
matter.
I think the magic number for hitting water to pretty much die is 200 feet.
Oh, he's still around.
That's right. Raul Julia was the villain in The Rookie. Yeah, remember, he just got tossed out the car, but he must have survived. Just got banged up a little.
Oh, this is going to be nasty. Somebody about to be blown up.
See what he did with the bomb there? He set the timer.
Yep. Turned it back on. I will say this movie makes me want to go out and buy a revolver tomorrow.
Oh, we're about at the end of Magnum Force, Richard. It's the scene where Hal Hope is getting back into the car.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours and
Yeah,
12
we're basically
seconds.
at the end. It'll be my word against yours. And who's gonna believe you? He's got a point. He has a bad reputation, right? You can just say he was the one behind this thing.
That car is taking a lot and is still running. The 70s. That's what it's all about. Cars are like tanks.
I'll use your own system to hang you with. Yeah, I know.
Oh, he's just watching and waiting.
Yeah.
He knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, Richard, I'd rather shoot a 38 than a 44. 44's got a decent amount of recoil, but 38's not too bad.
Boom.
Oh!
Yeah, he's done.
I've shot a 44 a few times. It does have some good kick.
We got the quote. A man's got to know his limitations. I'm already knowing what the cover story was. His boss and him were uncovering this little group of vigilante cops. Unfortunately, his boss died in the explosion set by them. He'll probably, if he was smart, he'll say that what was it, Riggs or whatever his name was working with him, and just let him be the hero. That's what you would do. Yeah, Lieutenant Briggs. Yeah, he would have covered. He would have said Lieutenant Briggs was not part of this, and he was helping him uncover it. That's what would have happened, I bet.
Astrachan, what a name. Prostitute, Margaret Avery.
There's the cab driver.
So there we go.
Albert Popwell, the pimp.
That it. Yep, that's yep.
Sonny Adele Yoshioka.
Yoshioka. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to be
assuming Japanese descent there, but yeah,
going back to her a little bit.
Well, she promised him a beer.
She did.
Yep.
That's it. That's it for Magnum Force. Boo!
How many more dirty hairs we got? We got three
Only
more.
3 more left. They're going
more.
by too fast. It's not right.
What happened to your avatar, Boomer? Did you already take it down?
My avatar. Your avatar is
Both
gone.
of y'all avatars are gone.
This is
No,
very strange.
I see mine.
I see mine.
I don't see either one of y'all's. Am I still here?
Are
Do
we
y'all see
being
me?
hacked?
Yeah, you're still here.
I'm still here. Okay.
That's weird.
See if I can change my avatar. Hold on. Edit audio.
I have noticed that live streams have been lagging from other people this past week. Boomer, you were lagging Sunday night, and Sound Engraver was lagging Monday night.
It could be my internet. Okay, I changed my avatar. Can you see the new Y?
You're Clint Eastwood?
I'll
Different
change
Clint
mine.
Eastwood. Yeah, the man with
Yeah.
no name, Clint Eastwood. All right,
And there's Al.
that's weird. Okay, I don't know.
I'll just put my my own face there, sorta.
All right. Well, some of us have to get up early in the morning.
Yes, we'll let you go, Birdman. This was a fun stream though, and we will. What are we doing next week? You have any ideas?
Let me ponder that for a bit.
Yeah.
Ian and I are doing Star Trek 5
Yes, you are.
on Monday. And then after that, Eric Woods should be back from his vacation in Newfoundland.
Yeah,
Al,
let me know.
Al, are you coming on for Star Trek 5?
I would be honored to.
Okay.
You see me flip out and go, the Enterprise doesn't have that many decks.
Oh, please. There's the wonderful scene. Why does God need a starship? And
Why
then,
does God need a starship?
and then my brother was watching that scene, and then like lightning shoots out of him and hits Kirk, and then my brother says, "Oh, it is God." Oh man. I can already tell you what the plot line. I'm going to tell you there were 3 plot lines. Shatner wanted to make a movie where the Enterprise went looking for God, but they found the devil instead. Roddenberry probably wanted to do a movie where the Enterprise went looking for God and God was the villain because Roddenberry. And then I think the studio said, make it some alien. We don't want to offend any religious people. Just make it a
And then they cut
random
the
alien.
budget.
And then they cut the budget. Yes, Shatner is still trying to get his director's cut man on that, but yeah,
I'm all about that. I'm all about that.
cool. All right.
All right. Adopt, everyone. Don't shop. Keep listening to great film music. We will see y'all Monday and then Wednesday and probably somewhere in between. And get your tickets for John Williams in Chicago if you're so inclined.
Sounds good.
And Zootopia suggesting The Man from U.N.C.L.E. I will put that on the list. Good night, everyone. Take care. Thank you, Al, for coming on. It's good to have you on as always.
I am honored. Thank you very much.